What G-rated character do you think would swear the most if they were allowed to? R2-D2. I'm convinced that's why he's presented as talking in beeps. He's constantly swearing. In the test animation for what would later become regular show, Benson is featured and he does swear. https://udo.be/v9lsd0gwjk8. I feel so bad for Benson. He's Squidward without the jerk traits. Dastardly dick. The skipper would be cursing Gilligan up and down for being such a dumbass, and the guy is a sailor, so you can bet he's good at it. Him and Popeye are the only ones I think for whom swearing would just come naturally, and they'd have the best dirty jokes too. Genie from the original Aladdin. Robin Williams, may he rip. HBO stand-ups are funny but absolutely not family-friendly. To hear Genie swear while doing his random antics would be very fun. I wish Disney weren't such cowards and would release the test footage of Genie doing Robin's stand-up that they used to convince him to take the gig. IIRC people who worked on the movie said that there were enough outtakes from his ad-libs to make an R-rated version of Aladdin. On a related note, Danny Tanner would have cursed a lot more if he was more like Bob Saget. Ignoring that Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids would be throwing N-bombs all over the place, I think Bugs Bunny would probably swear a lot. C-3PO, I would much rather have gone with Master Luke than stay here with you. I don't know what all this trouble is about, but I'm sure it must be your fault. R2-D2, suck a cock. C-3PO, you watch your language. South Park had Fat Abbott, and that's about what it was. Man, Far Abbott, you need to lose weight. Bitch, I'll lose the weight when wanna. I got my Jimmy waxed 7 times last week. R2 very clearly cusses a couple of times, with 3PO calling him on it in episode 4, when they were hiding from stormtroopers in Mos Eisley. The other clear time he does it is when Luke accidentally discovers Leia's recording in the garage, and 3PO says, with all we've been through I'm afraid the R2 unit has become a bit eccentric. R2 responds with a blup blot, and 3PO whips his head around to look at R2 in shock. They double down on it in the EU/Legends. I remember when, I think it was in one of the X-Wing novels, R2 is undercover and is in a droid repair shop and the mechanic plugs him into a translation screen and asks R2 his name, and R2 goes off on him for like a page and a half. Mace Windu is technically a PG character but he would be dropping so many F-bombs. This is, I believe, canon for Chopper, from Rebels. If you ever watch the film Hidden Fortress you will see a lot of things Lucas used from this movie when he made Star Wars. There are 2 characters in the story, one tall and lanky, and one short guy that C-3PO and R2-D2 were modeled after. The short one swore throughout the film. I'm pretty sure C-3PO tells him to knock it off with the language multiple times in the movies. This might be cheating a little bit, but Wolverine from X-Men the animated series. If he were allowed to say what was really on his mind that show would not be on a Saturday morning cartoon lineup. Nicole Watterson, especially with what she has to deal with on a daily basis. Benson from regular show, with all he has to put up with from Mordecai and Rigby. Helga Pataki, I wouldn't be surprised if she learned it from Big Bob. Mo Sislick from The Simpsons, with all the prank phone calls he's received from Bart, I could see him going on a swearing tirade.